live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests.
From East Jackson Community Schools Superintendent Jeff Punches with Secondary School Principal Joel Cook. From South Michigan Food Bank CEO Peter Vogel. From Eagles Nest Bar and Grill in Clark Lake, owner Blair Huff with head chef Jeff O'Hara. Entertainment correspondent Mike Mara. And from Jackson High's Theater Department and their fall production, director Jillian Bowe and student and actor Grace Parker.
And now, here's Bart.
Why, thank you very much, David Rice. Good afternoon and welcome. Nice to have you with us today. Happy Veterans Day. To all our veterans tuned in, thank you for your service. Enjoy this day for you. It's a chilly one, 33 degrees right now, and it won't be improving that much today. Particularly with these strong winds, temperatures are going to feel like they're in the teens. Gusts as strong as 31 miles an hour this afternoon. We'll see some snow showers off and on today and cloudy conditions. We've had a little bit of sun this morning. I don't know if we're going to see it again. Increase in clouds tonight and a chance of rain showers, snow showers, and freezing rain. Overnight low, somewhere around 29, and a very windy night tonight. Gusts in the mid 30 mile an hour range. On Wednesday, chance of showers, high of 44. We're warming up as we approach the weekend. Thursday, beautiful, sunny and 50. Friday, sunny 53. And Saturday looks like an ideal day for this time of year. Cloudy and a high of 58. Should be a nice weekend, comfortable weekend to rake leaves or shovel snow. I think the snow will be all gone by then. And then chance of showers on Sunday, 59. Back into the 50-degree range to start next week. That is today's weather, and it's presented by Kelly Express. Thanks so much, Kelly Express. Great deal on pizza, two-item pizzas, $25. That's it. And you can get that at South Street, Jefferson Road, Grass Lake, Napoleon, County Farm Road, and Michigan and Robinson. Also, a huge selection of snacks and treats, and each Kelly Express has unique features like Horton Road. You can find Hinckley Donuts there at Kelly Express. I'd like to take a look outside just to confirm my report about the weather, and it's still cold with all that snow on the rooftops. It'll be gone. Just hold on. Today is, of course, Veterans Day. It all came about originally as Armistice Day when in 1918 World War I came to an end, the Great War. And it was unbelievable, one of the bloodiest conflicts in history. 17 million people died fighting that war. It's incomprehensible. 17 million. So this was when the hostilities ended. The Allies and Germany, they all signed the armistice, and at 11 a.m. on the 11th day of the 11th month, World War I was officially over. And that's why we have Veterans Day on this day. On this day, and it's also National Sunday Day, the Sundays with the hot fudge. It's National Young Readers Day, National Origami Day, and National Singles Day. Back in 1984, a special Veterans Day, the three servicemen That was a statue that was unveiled in Washington, D.C., near the Vietnam War Memorial, honoring the diversity of soldiers who served in that war. It marks the first time an African American is depicted in a sculpture on the National Mall. This is one of the top tourist attractions. So many people go to Washington and they want to see this sculpture. On this day in 1946, New York Knicks played their very first game in the Basketball Association of America. This preceded the NBA, the BBA. And how did the Knicks do in that game? I'll give you a little help, Brandon. They played the Chicago Stags.
The Chicago Stags?
Chicago Stags.
I want to say they lost by 12.
You're right. They lost. The Knicks lost 78-68, lost by 10.
Oh, it's close.
They're very close.
Very close.
I think if the Chicago Stags came back today, their merch would be top sellers.
Were they ever called the Knickerbockers, or is that just a nickname?
They are. No, they are the Knickerbockers are their name, and the Knicks is their nickname. But
maybe you should go back to the Knickerbockers. Maybe that would help their team better.
Maybe it should.
They're not very good at the Knicks.
Maybe they should fire. You know, it's. I just feel bad for New York sports fans. Now, yesterday the Giants fired their coach. Did you hear that?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess, what are they, 2-6 or something?
Yeah, not very good.
Yeah. But unless you're Yankees, I mean, the Yankees, they've had so many good years, but man, all the other sports teams in the Big Apple not doing so well. And on this day in 1978, a stuntman on the Georgia set of the Dukes of Hazzard launched the show's iconic automobile, a 1969 Dodge Charger named the General Lee, off a makeshift dirt ramp and over a police car.
How high up in the air that is.
It's amazing. It was 16 feet high, 82 feet long. Its landing totaled the car. And it made TV history. It was the first ever jump of a car on TV, and this played over and over again because that became part of the ending credits video sequence that they showed. Brandon, how many, over the course of the series, 1979 to 1985, 6 years, how many 1969 Dodge Chargers named the General Lee did they use in filming the series?
Yeah, I was about to ask you a question. Did they have a backup just in case they didn't get that take? In 6 years?
6 years.
I'm going to say 80.
People at home thought there was just one.
Were you going to say like 5?
300.
300? Okay. Yeah, I was way off then.
300.
That's crazy.
They really trashed the car every show. Yeah. And now today, I mean, can you imagine 1969 Dodge Charger, how much? Well, we can look it up. I know it's probably worth a lot, but I think it's, everybody would love that.
So 6 years, probably how many episodes do you think they did a year? I'm trying to think how many cars they went through per episode.
Back then, they were probably doing in the 30s.
30s per year,
Yeah.
so 180. So
Probably
they went through like 2 cars per
two
episode?
cars a show.
Okay, that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, take 2.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It's unbelievable. All that happening on this day in history. Now, Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. And we have happening this afternoon a couple of Veterans Day celebrations. There's only about a half hour left in this one that's happening at the Martin Luther King Center. But from 2 o'clock until 5 o'clock, the Young People of Purpose and the Sauk Trail VFW are teaming up for actually both of the events, the luncheon this afternoon and the ceremony that was at noon at the King Center. This afternoon now, from 2 till 5, there's a luncheon presented by YPOP and the Sauk Trail Post 246 Auxiliary. All are welcome to attend and honor our veterans. It's located at the Sauk Trail Post 246, 439 East Prospect Street in Jackson. It's near Rookies. the bar on Cooper. And it's free, all are welcome, and there should be a lot of veterans there that you can honor. And by the way, a number of restaurants and other organizations are doing special things for veterans today. There are free meals for veterans at a lot of restaurants. So check it out. If you're out to eat, find out and enjoy lunch or dinner courtesy of the restaurant in honor of your service. And it's Jackson County Restaurant Week, and man, I think it's one of the most popular styles of food they could feature during this week. Comfort food, and the timing is perfect as the weather turns cold, and we could all use a big heaping, steaming bowl or plate of comfort food.
Yeah, perfect time.
Here are all the locations, and you might look at some of these and say, they're really not known for comfort food. Well, it turns out anyone can do comfort food, and they've all got it. I looked at all 31 menus yesterday, and it's going to be hard for you to choose. So pick something. There's some very unique and unusual items, but there are some tried and true favorites, things like beef stew, meatloaf. Meatloaf is on several restaurants' menus, and spaghetti and meatballs, and things like that. But you'll also find some specialties from other countries, because other countries like comfort food as well. And you can visit experiencejackson.com or jtv.tv for a list of all participating restaurants. Also, one thing today in the J, but not happening in the J, but with some J people, Jackson's 102, the Company C, United States Colored Troops, 102nd, participating in the nation's largest Veterans Day parade this afternoon in New York City on Fifth Avenue. And this contingent will be marching, and you can watch it online. It's on the ABC7 website, WABC TV, and their social media channels, and also the Fox local station, Fox 5 in New York. They will be streaming it. So there are some links on our story on our site about the troops. Here are a few of the members of the 102nd when they participated last year at a Memorial Day ceremony at the YPOP Garden, as a special garden was dedicated honoring African American veterans. That is Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson. This morning at 11 a.m., the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the Jackson County Veterans Council held their annual Veterans Day event at Withington Park. Despite the brisk and windy conditions, a pretty nice turnout honoring our area veterans. And we have so many veterans, people. This community has served in all wars. It's amazing. Going way back to the Civil War, Jackson had a disproportionate number of young men that went off to fight in the Civil War. And we've always been that way, a community of service and giving. There were awards presented, and they included the Veteran of the Year, Bill Stoka, congratulations, Bill, and the Service Organization of the Year, the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 109, and there is Bill Stoka getting his award, and there's a representative of the chapter getting the award. Vietnam veterans, they've received this award a number of times, and Dave Wellahan commented that every year they ask organizations, support organizations, service organizations to nominate or put themselves in for the awards, and they don't get much participation. So next year he'd like to see that change. You can see more photos and video online from this morning's event. Plus, this afternoon, there's an event at Jackson Christian Schools honoring veterans, and we'll have photos from that event later on today at jtv.tv. Veterans, thank you. Thank you for your service. We have tomorrow on JTV, Wellness Wednesday, presented by Henry Ford Jackson Hospital. Wellness Wednesday will share with you experts from Henry Ford on how to live healthier, prevent illness, and get the cure you need, when you need it, whether you're managing a chronic condition or simply looking to feel your best. We're here to help with Wellness Wednesday. And if you have a question for providers, you can visit our website or henryford.com and submit a question, and we'll look forward to providing the answer on Wellness Wednesday here on JTV. This show also brought to you today by Accelerate Jackson County. Accelerate Jackson County asks, are you looking to build a stronger community? Accelerate Jackson County is making it happen with over $131 million invested, more than 1,300 jobs created, and big wins like the Jackson Technology Park North. From talent development to housing and business growth, AJC is leading the charge. Visit acceleratejacksoncounty.org and be part of the movement. Today on JTV, we have a great lineup of guests. So, settle in and hang out and enjoy. First up, from East Jackson Community Schools, we have standing by in the green room, Athletic Director Joel Cook and Superintendent Jeff Punches. We'll check in on how everything's going so far this fall in Trojan territory. Peter Vogel will be here. He's the president of South Michigan Food Bank, and food insecurity is definitely a hot topic right now as the SNAP program beneficiaries have been struggling to even find out if they're going to be getting their money or if it's a partial payment or what, as the government shutdown continues. And yes, it does continue, despite hearing that the Senate voted last night at about 10 o'clock to pass the budget bill, the continuing resolution that extends the government funding through the end of January, but not everything. So there's certain things getting funded for the whole year, some just for a couple of months. One of the things that will happen slowly is the return to normal, particularly at our nation's airports. Even though the Senate passed the bill last night, the House has to pass it, and most members of the House are not even in Washington, D.C. They're on their way back. As soon as they're all back, there will be a vote, and if that passes, then the president has to sign it before it goes into effect. So that's not expected to happen until the end of the week, if that. In the meantime, the FAA has notified airlines that they're required to cut a certain percentage of flights each day, and it increases throughout the week. Today it's 6%, tomorrow it's 7%, then 8% and 10% by Friday. And once that ends, then it's going to take days, maybe even a couple of weeks for everything to get back to normal. But in the meantime, it's chaos right now. At Detroit Metro Airport, so far today, there have been 66 delays and 49 flights canceled at Metro, and the day is not even half over. So if you're traveling, if you have travel plans, as I'm sure you know, you got to check. Plan to go early, because we're hearing reports that the lines to get through TSA are incredibly long and slow. So if you're traveling, I'm sorry, but build some extra time into your plans. Also on the show today, we have Blair Huff, the owner of some restaurants in town, including Lucero's, and the famous of Clark Lake, the Eagle's Nest, and they are participating in Restaurant Week. Blair will be here with his head chef, Jeff O'Hara. Mike Morrow will be here. He's our entertainment correspondent from Jackson College, and we'll preview the next play that Jackson High is putting on, their fall production. We have Jillian Bow and Grace Parker from the theater program at J High. All this and more today on JTV. Great to have you with us this Veterans Day, and we get started right after this.